Artificial intelligence is slowly becoming part of our everyday lives. Whether it's virtual chatbots or assistants or autonomous vehicles, AI is everywhere and is complementing human intelligence. Riding on the AI popularity, companies such as OpenAI, Apple, Nvidia, Meta, and Google, among others, have all developed models that integrate AI into their products and services. This has helped them reap tons of benefits. However, concerns have begun to creep up on the way these companies have developed their AI models. For instance, OpenAI is facing lawsuits in several countries for how it trains and develops its online computer program, Chatgpt. The latest country to hit a lawsuit on OpenAI? It's India, a country of 1.4 billion people. So why is OpenAI in Indian courts? And what is the artificial intelligence company being accused of in India? Let's take a look. It all began in November. Indian news agency Asian News International, or the ANI, sued the Sam Altman-led company in the New Delhi High Court. The accusations? That OpenAI is using its published content without permission to help train its artificial intelligence chatbot, Chatgpt. The news agency accused OpenAI of refusing to obtain permission for the use of its original work. For this, ANI pointed to instances where Chatgpt allegedly generated responses that closely resembled or were verbatim copies of its copyrighted material. Third, the Indian news agency also accused OpenAI's Chatgpt of attributing fabricated news stories to the publication. This has created a crisis for OpenAI in India, which accounts for nearly 9.5% of Chatgpt's 300 million weekly active users. Reports suggest that several book publishers and dozens of digital media outlets in India, including Network 18, Indian Express, Hindustan Times, and NDTV, among others, have also joined the lawsuit filed by the local Indian news agency in recent months. And what is the reason for that? The Indian media outlets are worried that their news websites are being scraped to store and reproduce their work for users of Chatgpt. The Indian publishers have even argued that OpenAI has entered into partnership agreements with media outlets abroad, but has not done so in India, hurting the media companies. Currently, OpenAI has signed deals with Time Magazine, the Financial Times, Business Insider owner Axel Springer, France's Le Monde, and Spain's Prisa Media to display content, but it has signed none with Indian media outlets. Moreover, the publishers and media outlets in India have also claimed that OpenAI is set to become a profit-driven business benefiting from the creative works of the media industry. This would result in a weakened press and would not be in the best interests of a vibrant democracy in India. Now, such accusations of copyright infringement that have been made by ANI and other media outlets are not new for OpenAI, which is being backed by the tech giant Microsoft. Apart from India, the company has been facing copyright infringement lawsuits in the United States, Germany, and Canada from popular musicians, book publishers, and news organizations. Experts believe that these lawsuits in several countries have highlighted the tensions between artificial intelligence innovation and personal intellectual property rights.
At the heart of these disputes is a fundamental question of how society balances the transformative potential of generative AI with the need to fairly compensate creators whose work underpins the build-out of these technologies. The legal and ethical implications of using copyrighted material in training are increasingly under scrutiny, but also bring into question the fundamental nature of education and learning. If artificial intelligence is supposed to mimic human rationale, should it be able to learn from the same material and cultural references that humans do? If regular people in video or social media mimic or parody copyrighted work and AI learns from that mimicry, is that okay? And how do you distinguish between the two?
But what is OpenAI's response to the accusations in India? The artificial intelligence company has sought to block the media outlets from joining the lawsuit in the New Delhi High Court. OpenAI has maintained that it only uses publicly available data to train its modules, including Chatgpt. Moreover, the San Francisco-based company has also said that Indian judges have no jurisdiction to hear a case against it on copyright infringement because its servers are located mostly abroad. It has further said that any order to remove training data powering its Chatgpt service would be inconsistent with its legal obligations in the United States. So, what is the New Delhi High Court's response to all of this? The Delhi High Court is yet to give a ruling in this one-of-its-kind case in India, but it has appointed 2 neutral legal experts to advise it in the case. The 2 advisors in their submission to the court in January have said that the court has the jurisdiction to rule on the lawsuit. They noted that jurisdiction under the Indian Copyright Act is determined by ANI's place of business, which is New Delhi in this case. Yet both the advisors have differed on whether OpenAI's use of ANI's data amounted to copyright infringement or fair use. Now the Delhi High Court has to decide on whether using copyrighted content without authorization for training AI models constitutes copyright infringement or not. It also needs to decide whether OpenAI has to delete ANI's data from its training models or not. If the Delhi High Court rules in ANI's favor, OpenAI could face more lawsuits in India. But if the court favors OpenAI, it will undermine the efforts for building a legal framework for AI in India. All eyes will be on the Delhi High Court's ruling in the coming days that is likely to set a precedent for how global companies operate in India.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office, Prime Minister Modi. Divyan,
we were actually
how are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote effort. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 4.3 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.